Hi, this is Frode and welcome back to Actualized Notes TV. Today we have another great book, Wealth Warrior by Steve Chandler. Wealth Warrior. Subtitle, The Personal Prosperity Revolution. This is the fourth book we're covering from Steve Chandler. I have really been inhaling some of his books lately, and I highly enjoy them. In this book, he teaches us a lot about how we can increase our personal prosperity, money naturally, but it's also packed with many other ideas that anyone can apply to their lives to increase their actualizing goodness. And when I read, well, I know a good person when I read their books, and Steve is one of those persons. So no matter who you are, I would highly recommend that you at least try to find one of his books and read them and see if they resonate with you. Today we have another, today we have 5 big ideas that we're going to share. My favorite 5. Let's start with the first one. It is serve. Steve makes it simple. If you don't earn as much money as you do want to earn, then the first question he will ask you is, where are you not serving? Think about that. What do you spend your days doing? Are you serving other people during that time? Or are you only serving yourself? Naturally, we want to serve ourselves to serve others, but we want to know what activities really produce profound service to others. And it also emphasizes that we need to serve the world doing what we love to do. And that reminds me of Tom Rath's book, Are You Fully Charged? And his model of needs, strengths, and interests. He says that we create meaning in our work when we look at our interests, what we really love doing, our strengths, what we are maybe naturally good at, and then we try to combine those with the needs of the world. Some problem that can be solved, that we can solve with our needs, with our strengths and interests. So think about this. What is one interest you have? What are your strengths? And can you combine those to serve a need that the world has? Alright, what's the next first step? Let's go to the second big idea, cosmic habit force. It's a really good word which he took from Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. And he says that habits, first we form our habits, then our habits form us. Or something like that. And he says that there is a paradox with habits. In one way, they control us, and they make things automatic. But in another way, we also control and create our habits. The question is, do you run an autopilot with good or bad habits? And what is one good habit that you want to create? Now think about that, and think about a habit that you want to create, that you want to perform for the rest of your life. That's really what you want to think about when you create new habits. And one surefire way to form new habits is a strategy taken from Stephen Geist's book, Mini Habits. He says that we need to go stupid small. For example, if you want to write 3,000 words a day, how about 50 words a day? That's the requirement. If you want to do 100 push-ups a day, how about 1 push-up a day? You want to run 6 kilometers per day? How about going out the door? Just make this minimum requirement, and of course you want to increase it, you want to go over that requirement, but it's just to get you started. What's important is to get the repetition inside your brain, so it becomes more and more comfortable, and eventually you'll just do it automatically, and the cosmic habit force sets in. Our third big idea is styrofoam weights. Steve has a really great line. He says that styrofoam weights won't make your arms stronger. And that reminded me of something Philip Freeman talks about in his biography of Alexander the Great. You know Alexander the Great, the guy who conquered most of the known world back in the day, about 300 before Christ. He said about Alexander, Alexander delighted in taking on the most difficult tasks. I guess it's safe to say that he did pretty well, eh? And Steve has a great quote in the book. He has in the beginnings of the chapters, he has these great quotes through the whole book, and one he took from Nassim Nicholas Taleb, and it said something around these ways. Just like a package can have the stamp of "handle me carefully," it can also say "handle me roughly," because I strengthen from shocks. Which of those two would you want to be? Do you want to meet challenges and then get crushed like that little package that needs to be handled with care? Or do you want to be handled roughly so you can become stronger? Alright, think about how you're facing challenges in your life, and a good mantra is "obstacles make me stronger," because dozens of studies have shown that obstacles literally will make you stronger. Our fourth big idea is having built it. Steve talks about how he went to a funeral service for a friend once, and he could remember the words of the memoriam, and I want to read it to you because it really struck me. "You can spend your whole life building something for nothing. One storm can come and blow it all away. Build it anyway." So think about what it is that you want to create with your life, and maybe we can't know whether it will succeed or not in the long term, and whether we can live doing that. But that's not what's important, Steve says. He says what's important is what's not important. What's not important is having is what you built. It's the having built it inside you that matters, because that's what will never leave you, your spiritual growth. And Thomas Sterner echoes this in The Practicing Mind, where he says that, "I hope you know that everything you acquire of a spiritual nature will stay with you forever." And he juxtaposes this with immediate gratification and all the things that won't make us grow. So how can you develop your spiritual goodness? Through doing the practices that you know you need to do to get long-term good rewards, to build yourself up as a person. And just know that having built it is what's important, not what you build. Wealth Warrior. Steve finishes the book with how to be a wealth warrior. And this chapter literally contains these 4 words: expect nothing, create everything. Well, that makes it really simple. Are you expecting things, or are you creating? Are you expecting to get things from the world? Steve calls these people get freaks. Or are you giving so much to the world that you'll automatically get back? That's what the wealth warrior does. Alright, again, having built it is what's important inside of you, your long-term growth. Are you lifting styrofoam weights? Lifting the weights in the gym, thinking you'll become stronger? Lifting styrofoam. Cosmic habit force. You can either let it control you negatively, or you can install the habits that will control you positively. And serve. Serve the world doing what you love. If you aren't making the money you want to make, then you need to see where you are not serving. Alright, that was a quick look at The Wealth Warrior by Steve Chandler. Think about the one idea that most resonated with you. Think about one way you can start a body more consistently in your life starting today. Your next action. Thanks for watching. Look forward to sharing more wisdom with you soon. Have an awesome day. See ya.